Hi again, Mark here from TalkingBass.net. Over the last 2 weeks we've had a look at bass octaves, the basic shapes and how we can use them as benchmarks for working on aspects of our technique. This week we'll have a quick look at some common disco bass octave patterns that are going to put your finger picking to the test. Remember that you can download all the lesson material for this video from TalkingBass.net. Just follow the link in the info below. And as always, remember to check out the lesson map for many more free lessons that I've categorised for ease of navigation. Also, sign up to the site for the free membership to gain access to a ton of different bass practice resources, or purchase the gold membership for access to all the premium content like the video courses and the ebooks. Okay, so let's have a look at a really common disco octave bass pattern. The riff that we're eventually going to be playing sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. So that was exactly the same bass line that we've looked at in the 2 previous lessons that sounded like this. But we've added those 2 little double notes on the top, so instead of an octave pattern sounding like this, it now sounds like this. So first of all, let's just get those double notes under our fingers. So first of all, we just want to fret a D octave. So we're going to take 5th fret A string and then 7th fret G string, okay? So that's our octave pattern. And then the bass figure that we're going to be playing has this rhythm. So that's basically 8th note, 2 16th notes. So we have that bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, kind of gallop feel, okay? So we're going to have one low note on the, note for the low octave, and then we play 2 notes on the high octave. Low, high, high, low, high, high. Okay, so the important part of this is the fingering with the finger picking hand, okay? So we're going to be playing the low octave there, we're going to be playing that with the first finger of the finger picking hand, so that's going to be the index finger. And then for the 2 little fast high ones up there, we're going to be playing 1, 2. So index, middle, okay? So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, so you want to keep that going. You know, you don't want to be mixing it up too much. Try and stick rigidly to that. And the reason that that can help really well with this kind of pattern is because as you build up speed, when you come back from that, the last of those 2 fast ones at the top, you want to be coming back on your first finger for the low one. Because of the length of the 2 fingers, the index finger being usually shorter than the second, you want to be coming back on that. It's always easier to come back onto the lower strings using the first finger. So when we play it like that, 1, 1, 2, 1, we're coming back onto that first finger, okay? So that's just the technique of this out of the way, okay? So you want to begin slowly and then just gradually build up speed. So let's start slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and then just build up speed. 2, 3, 4. And a little quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so start slow, build up. So you can see that that can be a really good exercise for working on your finger picking speed and your dexterity, you know, string skipping, jumping from one string to another. And one tip that I would say is you want to keep your thumb on the E string. Now this might seem really obvious to some people, but you know, for others you might be the kind that wants to be moving your thumb all the time, which I do. I try to keep the thumb as close to the action as possible and move the thumb from string to string as I move across. But for octaves, you want to keep that thumb locked there. There's absolutely no point in moving the thumb from one string to another. So when you're playing these, just keep that thumb sat there on that E string. So now we can add those double notes into the riff that we played last week. So the riff sounded like this. Okay, so that's going to be D octave there, 5th fret A string, 7th fret G string, then we drop down to the B octave, 2nd fret A string, 4th fret G string, then we move up a half step to the C, 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the G string, and then up another fret to the C sharp, 4th fret A string, 6th fret G string, and that's it, round and round. D, B, C, C sharp, D, B, C, C sharp, D. Okay, so that's the riff, round and round. So now we just add the double notes in there on each of those octaves. So that's going to sound like this, slowly. Okay, so just practice that, slowly get that position shift down as you move down to the B, practice it slowly and then you can build up speed. So eventually you want to be aiming for this kind of tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so like I said, just begin slowly, gradually build up speed, and try to concentrate on accuracy, you know, in your technique and your rhythm, and don't try going too fast too soon, because if you do that, you'll start making, you know, scuffing certain bits of the octaves and it'll just start to sound messy. Begin slowly and just gradually build up speed. Don't run before you can walk. Now, it's worth mentioning that you don't need to overdo these double notes. Don't just keep playing them on every octave that you play. It can be much more effective to just drop them in here and there. So I might start with the basic riff and then just start adding them in, you know, on odd ones like this. Okay, so it can be much more effective to do it more like that, just adding them in, as I say, just here and there. Okay, so those type of octave lines are really, really common in a lot of disco and funk songs. So practice those round and round until you have that muscle memory nailed for that kind of quick, snappy, back and forth kind of action. And I'll see you next week.